What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jay. This is Jay's Life Out Loud, a channel about nothing, but it's about something. So I'm outside for a little bit, right? And what's on my mind today is Father's Day. Excuse the way I'm holding the phone because I don't have uh, uh, my stick with me. It's in the car, but anyway. Every year, Father's Day, maybe like a week or two before, men get to talking. And us as fathers, we get to begin to talk about how we get treated on Father's Day. And, you know, there are some of us that get treated just fine, and a lot of love is shown and greatly appreciated. There are a lot of us that barely get recognized from our own children, but yet from others. I think in some way, shape, or form, a lot of us believe, a lot of women and children believe that dads are not emotional. They don't have those feelings. They don't need to be validated. They don't need to be shown the same type of love that mom is shown. And that's far from the truth. I'm 50 years old and I've had I don't know how many conversations over the years with different men, and we all laugh and we joke and say that Father's Day it ain't shit. It's just a joke. Because, you look at the commercials when Mother's Day come around, and everybody from K Jewelers to Walmart, Dunham's, you name it, everybody got some type of sale on Mother's Day. They will put out whole flyers and newspaper and sales papers. Mother's Day this, Mother's Day that. The stores are full of it. It's up front, but not on Father's Day. And I know a lot of these holidays are just man-made holidays, U.S. holidays that's made up. But there is a day that's set aside to celebrate your mom. There's a day to celebrate your dad. You know, one time I was at church on Father's Day, and the preacher began to preach, and he was preaching about what fathers need to do on Father's Day. And it annoyed me so much that I got up and I left. And me and him had to talk about this years later. But at the time, I was going through my divorce. My youngest daughter was 14 and a half. So from 14 and a half, after my divorce, until she was grown, I raised her by myself. I had an agreement with her mother, hey, at least give me something every month. And although at the time my ex-wife was making like $32 an hour, and mind you, my daughter like 22, 23 now. At the time she was making like $32 an hour. I was only asking for $400 a month. That's it. And for me to go to church and have to listen to somebody preaching about what men should do on Father's Day was mind-blowing. It just cut so deep. Then Father's Day, you get women that big they self up. I'm the mama and the daddy, so really I celebrate both. You never hear a man, and I was, raising my daughter. I never, oh, I'm a mama too. No, no. It's just the way we get played as, I can't speak for white men, but I can speak as a black man. How we get played. Uh, you know, the mothers can do. I've seen some mothers that treat their kids like crap the whole time they growing up. And the father could be there for them, doing the best he can, always in the picture. But when it comes around to Mother's Day, them kids will gather up, go by their mama house, and show her the world, take her out to brunch and, have mimosas and all that. And when Father's Day come around, you'd be lucky if you just get a text. Just lucky if you get a text, and you better hope you get a text from all of them. But moms, they selling baskets on every corner. You go get the gift bag for your mom. You go get her favorite perfume, and you do all that. There's we get like socks, just a text. And as much as we try to protect our children and look out for them, and we have their best interests, and I'm talking about those fathers that are there on a daily basis, watching their children grow up in their lives, going to, music concerts at the school, football games, basketball games, counseling, when it's report card time, you going up to the school. If you've done all you can as a dad and as a man, and these days come around, that shit hurts. It hurts. And, you could have the toughest mother, out here done did all types of who knows what. But on those days like Father's Day and his birthday, believe me, he wants the love. And a lot of times it don't even, it's just a thought that counts. I listen to men talk, and they be like, on Father's Day, that's when they want me to barbecue on Father's Day. Or I still, this and that. And or, she makes up what she wants me to do on Father's Day. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not every man. Because there's some people that go out, kids that go out they way for they dad. But on average, I'll say 75 to 80% of the men that I have talked to over the years say the same thing. Father's Day is a joke. And I once heard a comedian, it was Chris Rock, say, and I believe this was after his divorce, fathers are the only ones that are not unconditionally loved. Mothers can do whatever. The dog can do whatever. The only person that'll love, he said, the only person that'll love a man unconditionally is his dog. And I know we've all seen it in the hood or, around the neighborhood, parents that wasn't, when it came to their kids, and then when the parents get older, the kids make sure that those parents is all right. So I guess in this video, I'm just trying to say to anyone that has their father still alive, and he was a good father, do for him as you would do for your mama on Mother's Day. Go all out for him. You would be surprised on how much he will appreciate that. Because sometimes as men, They say, they think a tougher exterior. A lot of times we were the disciplinarian. A lot of the times we were the one that had to put the foot down. We had to do things to protect the family. I remember raising my boys, and I have, for my first marriage, I have 2 sons and a daughter. And when raising my boys, my mother told me, she said, you can be too hard on them, and wouldn't you rather them respect you than fear you? And I said, no, I would rather them fear me, and hopefully the respect comes later. And the reason why I told her that is because black boys have much more to deal with than any other race when they walk in these streets, when they're going back and forth to school and dealing with the police. I can be tough on you and still show you love. Me and my boys used to watch the Lions games together. We used to play Madden together. We used to wrestle. And I understand that they are grown now and kids are doing what they do. All 3 of my oldest. But I'll be damned if it don't hurt when you can see that their mother is being celebrated on Mother's Day, and you just get a text like, and I ain't even saying go all out. I'm not saying break your pockets. But I'm just saying, fathers need love too. Fathers want to be appreciated. Fathers want to be loved on. We put so much energy into our children, into our families. Usually the father is the one that has that job that's breaking his body down. If you ever notice, most couples you see, black couples, the man dies before the woman because of the stress and the body breaking down faster on these manual jobs that you are doing in these factories and all of this. And we wouldn't take the pain back for nothing, because if we raising our children and trying to give them the best things possible, trying to give them more than we had, trying to show them that, if you're not able to even, let's say you're not able to pass on generational wealth, but yet still you can do better than your generation was. You can spoil your children more than you were spoiled. But on Father's Day, it makes you feel like shit. Like, damn, Mother's Day, man. People gather around that mother and they just pour into her. They want to take her out. They want to set up, let's go. We're going to do this. We're going to go to brunch. And Dad come around. You get a text, Happy Father's Day. Or they come, drop something off, and just keep it moving. And I know it's only a man-made holiday, but I tell you this, next Father's Day, go all out for your father. Believe me, he'll appreciate it. Life ain't easy out here, by far. And it damn sure ain't easy as a black man. I'm not having no pissing contest between who is harder for a black man or a black woman, but I tell you this, when you watch the celebrations of each, show your pops just as much love. I haven't got a Happy Father's Day, not even text from my oldest son, and I don't know when. I became a father at 18 years old, and I did the best I could. I thank God for my mother. I truly do. Even on a day like today, my mother called me. She was the first person to call me and say, Happy Father's Day. I love you. What you doing? Enjoy your day. Got off the phone with her. And the first thing, my phone dings. I look back at my phone. My mama done sent me $50 through Cash App. And I texted her back and I said, thank you. You didn't have to do that. You know, I love you. My daughter texted me today. My youngest son texted me. Didn't hear from my oldest at all. Haven't in years. Got a text on Father's Day. One year he sent a IG Happy Father's Day out to all his homeboys. We in the city of Detroit. So, yeah, show your dad some love, man. You don't know what we be going through mentally. You know, just because you come in the house and your dad may be sitting in the den or the living room on a holiday and your mama in there cooking, and you don't know what he talking to her about at night. You don't even know if he tell her that it hurts that his kids don't show him the same love that you show mom. You know, even half of what you show. Men want to be appreciated too. Men want to know they love. Men want to know they're wanted. Men want to know they're appreciated. We may play the hardball game and come off as rocks, and inside you're soft as a fig Newton when it comes to the ones that you love. We may fuss all the time and give you advice you don't want and go on our spiels like I am now for 45 minutes, 2 hours in. Even though as time goes on and I've gained more and more wisdom, and I'm still learning life. I'm still learning me. I've learned to cut the spiel short, because most times it's in one ear and right out the other. But to love without judgment and love without trying to make my kids be what I want them to be, but yet trying to be the understanding dad. Honestly, I just see it so much that a mother could put their kids through turmoil, hurt, pain, disrespect, the worst pains, and they will still go out their way when they older to make sure they show their mama that she's loved on Mother's Day. And if we loving each other as people, mothers, stop trying to take Father's Day and Mother's Day. Celebrate Mother's Day for what it is. And when Father's Day come around, even if that man ain't there, you do not need to come to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, none of that with that, happy Father's Day to all the single mamas. I have never in the history of fucktism seen a grown man come on any social media and say on Mother's Day, that's a single father, happy Mother's Day to all the fathers, the single fathers out there, man. Cut that out. Fathers, I'm telling y'all, we need love too. We have feelings, emotions, everything that we have it. It's in there. We've put so much into y'all. But like I say, I thank God for my kids. My two youngest just text me. That's a blessing in itself. would I mind, stopping by something? Hell yeah, that would have been nice. Even a little dollar store card would have been nice. If you would have bought me, what my grandmother used to tell me? She say, if you don't have no money, you go around to, it's a black store in our neighborhood, still there today, connected to somebody's house. And they sold these little cherry candies. She said, that's my favorite. If you ain't got no money, go get me 25 cherries. And these was penny candies back then. And bring them to me. And that's good enough, because it's the thought that counts. So I'm going to stop rambling, because I can go on and on about this issue. But show your father some love. If he deserves it, show that man that he does deserve it. And with that said, I love y'all. To all my fathers that have been there, real fathers, happy Father's Day. Salute. Job well done. And don't give up on them. Even if it feel like they done gave up on you. Peace.